Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we will cover another interesting topic, which is prepositions. So, we will cover today particles and prepositional particles, which is the most used particle in Quran Majid. I can say one of the most used particle. Okay, and with these prepositions, we will learn prepositional phrase as well. In detail, inshallah ta'ala, you will learn these two things, inshallah. So let's start. I hope you all remember this slide. This is the first slide of my first lecture. In this slide, I explained you about the types of kalima. There are three types of kalima. The first one is noun, ismun. Then the second one is fi'al, verb, and particle, harf. Noun, I just wrote here the short definition of the noun. Noun is the name of person, place, or thing. There is more detail in the definition, but I'm not going through all of this. You can check my first lecture about the noun. And now, inshallah, from today, we will cover the particles. We will start the particles, which connect the nouns and verbs. Okay, so let's start today. Particle. Okay, particle is a word that connects the noun and verbs. Particles are meaningful, but they don't make sense by their own. I will explain you all this with examples, inshallah ta'ala. Particles only make sense when it comes with noun or a verb. All particles are now non-flexible mabni, and you already know a little bit about the mabni, which I explained when I think when I done the lecture of the ismul ishara. So it's same like ismul ishara, like all demonstrative pronouns, like when they are mabni, so the particles are also the mabni. They don't change their condition. Okay, and particles, more details about the particle. There are two types of the particle. The first one is al-huruful amila, causative particles, and the other one is al-hurufu ghayrul amila, non-causative particles. Causative particles that affect the end case of the noun or a verb that they appear before. Inshallah, you will learn all this in detail in this lecture, so you can understand easily when I will explain you with examples and with ayat, inshallah. On other hand, al-hurufu ghayru amila, these particles are non-causative particles that do not affect the end case of the word they appear before. Okay, so let's see that the particle which we are covering today, are they the causative or non-causative? So let's see these two particles, causative and non-causative, and the prepositions comes in the category of the al-huruful amila, causative particles. It means prepositions are the particles which affects on the noun, on the ism. Okay, so they will change the condition of the ism, and how they will change, how they will affect, let's see, inshallah ta'ala, we will learn today, inshallah, in detail. Huruful jar. Prepositions called huruful jar in Arabic language. It means particles of genitive case. Huruful jar occur 13,000 times in Quran. So it, as I already explained, it is one of the most used particle in the Quran Majid. Okay. There are total 17 huruful jar, but only 11 of them used in Quran. So we will just focus on the 11 of them. Okay, so I will discuss all about 11 of these huruful jar. And these particles, these huruful jar, or I can say the prepositions are an, it means from, about. Min, it means from. Ala means on or upon. Ila, towards or to. Fi means among or in. Hatta means till or until. Ka, it is just a letter ka with a fatha. Okay, with a fatha. It means like, as, it means with similar to something when we say like this. Okay, so Lam, it's a letter lam with the kasra. Okay, it's a lam. We said it's lamul jar. Lamul jar means lam with, it's a letter lam with kasra. Okay, it means 4 or 2. Same, the letter ba with kasra. It means with, in, through, or by as well. Ta with fatha. Letter ta with fatha. It comes for the kasmiya, it means oath. And waw with fatha, kasmiya oath. So these are the 11 prepositions which use in Quran Majid, and we will cover all of these inshallah ta'ala. So let's start. Some other details about these these particles, these haruful jar, these prepositions. So I cover here how many times, which like min used 3,226 times in Quran Majid. Ba harful jar used 2,544 times. So you can take the screenshot of it and you can check all these prepositions, how many times they use in Quran Majid. Okay. Let's do some other details about the prepositions, about the huruful jar. Preposition precede a noun. Always prepositions come before a noun. Okay, harful jar come before an ism. Always harful jar come before an ism. Okay, and they will effect on the ism. Each harf has meaning. Each harf has meaning, as already explained in the last, when the balloons, like min has the meaning, it means from. An has meaning, it means from. Hatta has a meaning, it means until or till. But they doesn't make sense by their own. Until they will come with the verb or the noun, then they will make sense. And I will explain to you inshallah ta'ala like this. If I say min, or I say from, if I say 10 times, even thousands times, if I say from, does it make sense? No, it will not make sense until if I say that boy goes from home. Okay, home is a noun. From whom? Now it makes sense that goes is a verb. So look, is connecting the verb and the noun. Okay, in the when these prepositions come in the sentence, then the sentence makes sense, and this particle makes sense of their meaning. Okay, so individually it doesn't make any sense. They have the meaning, but individually we can't explain our meanings. Okay, so when we say that boy goes from home, 2 words. If I just say 2 words, 2 words, what? Where? So it doesn't make sense by its own until if I explain something with 2 words. Okay, if I say 2 words, the masjid. So now it makes sense. Okay, now it makes sense that where? Towards the masjid. So this is the, I want to say that they by their own, the particles, they don't have, they are meaningful, but they don't make sense without any noun or a verb. Okay, next example I will give you that here is a box and you can see the ball inside. So in English we say in, and in Arabic we will say fi. Okay, fi means in. Okay, another example, there is a table, and if I say book is on the table, on, okay, if I just say on, it doesn't make sense. And if I say on the table, now it makes sense. Okay, so in English the word on, in Arabic we say ala, okay. All right, so on and ala in Arabic is ala. Let's do more details about the prepositions. These particles called jar, huruful jar. Why is called jar? Because they give genitive case ending to the ism that follows it. Okay, they will change. I will explain you in detail, inshallah ta'ala. So let's cover some other details. The ism comes after harf jar will always be in majroor state. Harf jar and ism majroor always come next to each other. So, okay, now I will explain you in next slide what I mean to say. Murakkabun construction. As you already know that I done this slide many times in my previous lectures. 2 or more than 2 words construction is called murakkab. And there are two types of murakkab: murakkab tam, which is sentence complete construction, and murakkab nakis means phrase incomplete construction. And there are further division of the murakkab tam for the complete construction. The first one is jumla ismiya, nominal sentence, and the second one is the other one is the jumla fi'liya, verbal sentence. And there are five. We are covering the five phrases, five murakkab nakis in our this course. There the Murakkab Tawsifi and Murakkab Shari. These two we have already covered, and now today, inshallah ta'ala, we are going to start Murakkab Jari. So, okay, from today, and next few, I think two more lectures will be on this topic of Murakkab Jari. Okay, so this we will cover now phrase about the phrase Murakkab Jari prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase, the Murakkab Jari, has two parts. The first one is huruful jar, and I already explained about all huruful jar. There are total 17 huruful jar, and from 17, in chronology there are only 11 it comes in the chronology. So I explained you the about 11 huruful jar, all in with the meanings. Okay, so this is called huruful jar and ismul majroor. The second part is ismul majroor. What is harful jar? I explained you again now. Particle of genitive that affect the ism and convert it in majroor state. Okay, and convert it into majroor state. Ismul majroor is the ism that comes after a harf jar is known as majroor because its case ending is genitive. Okay, ism become majroor due to a harf jar, because harf jar make the ism into a majroor state. Okay, it convert into the majroor state. I will explain you inshallah in detail. And murakkab jari prepositional phrase is also known as shibhu jumla. Okay, it's up to you, what name you want to use. If you want to say murakkab jari, that's fine. If you want to say shibhu jumla, that's fine as well. Okay, so this one is same thing, shibhu jumla or Murakkab Jari. It means prepositional phrase. So there are two names with the same thing. Okay, Shibu Jumla you can see in the analysis books. So you can use anyone. Okay, Murakkab Jari or Shibu Jumla is same thing. Okay, so today inshallah ta'ala we will cover that jar, genitive, majroor thing, that how the ism can be a majroor. What's the reason behind it? If it is Muslimun, why it goes in Muslimin? Okay, why the jar kasra comes here? Or it Muslimaini for the dual or Muslimina for the plural. So we will cover this jar majroor, that why these things comes. Why the position, their case ending become majroor. And for the feminine is muslimatin, muslimataini, muslimatin. Okay. There are only two reasons for any ism to be in majroor state. Only two reasons for any ism. If you see any ism in majroor state, or if in easy way, if I say that if you see any word with kasra, okay, or ja and noon in the end for the dual and for the plural, so there is only two reason behind it. The first one is harf jar, that brings the noun in majroor state. Okay, and the second one we will learn later on inshallah ta'ala, but we will cover very soon in during the jumla ismiya inshallah ta'ala. So the first reason we are covering today, now I will explain that how the harf jar to turn the ism into a majroor. You can see the word here qaumun. Qaumun is the case ending here is marfu. You can clearly see the tanween, damatain, two dama in the last letter. On the meme there is a tanween, damatain. So when there comes ala, any harf jar, at the moment I use the ala. Okay, any harf jar, if comes before the noun, then this harf jar will attack on the case ending of the on the word which is nominative. It means if it is marfu, so it will convert the marfu state or the nominative state into into majroor state, into a genitive state. Okay, so this qaumun convert into qaumin because of the harful jar. That's why it's called the causative particles, because they become a cause to be convert the nominative case into a genitive case, from marfu to majroor. Okay, so that's why it's called the causative, that's why it's called amila, because they these particles convert the ism state. Okay, they convert the noun state. One more example. So this qaumin, because there is a harf jar before it, so the case ending the last letters i'rab will be the in kasratain, in kasra. Okay, it can be with the al qaum, and if there is any particle of genitive, means preposition, any preposition, if there is on the back of the noun, on the behind of the noun, so it will attack on the case ending, it will attack on the i'rab of the noun. So what it will attack, they will convert it into a majroor state. Okay, so this dhamma will convert into kasra because of the harfu jar, because of the harfu jar. So al qaumu convert into al qaumi because of the harfu jar preceded. Okay, because there is a harfu jar before it. I hope you understand it. It's a very interesting topic. Jannatun. So now you try to do with me. Jannatun is a nominative case ending, is marfu. So now if there is comes the harfu jar come before it, let's suppose fi is a harfu jar, it means in. So what this harfu jar will affect on the i'rab. It will affect on the case ending of the last letter. So this the matain will drop and the kasratain will come here. Okay, I will repeat it again. The matain will drop. If you look at the screen, the matain will drop and kasratain will come here. Just because there is a harf jar before it, there is a preposition before it. Okay, now I will give you example with single haraka, al-jannatu, and when there is a preposition before it, so this dhamma will drop and kasra will come here. Al-Jannatu will convert into Al-Jannati because there is a harfu jar before it. Okay, so fil Jannati. So fi is harful jar and Jannatin or Al-Jannati is a ism majroor. Okay, this is ism and is majroor. It's in majroor state. It's in genitive case. Okay, so this is called fi jannatin or fil jannati, is called Murakkab Jari or Shibhu Jumla. Okay, I wrote both of these because anything you can, any name you can use. If you feel easy Murakkab Jari, you can use a Murakkab Jari. I will use Murakkab Jari further on. Okay, but you can use any of these. Shibhu Jumla and Murakkab Jari, it means it's the same thing. Okay, and fi jannatin means in a paradise because it's nakira, so in a paradise. And fil jannati, it means in the paradise because is a definite now. Okay, it's a definite now because of the al. Is more there is a more of bila. Okay, now there are some examples from different ayat. There is al-mu'minuna is nominative case, the is in marfu state, but if there is harfu jar before it, so this una sound will convert into ina sound because of the harfu jar. Bil mu'minina, una sound convert into ina sound because ina sound is a majroor sign, is a majroor sound. Una is a marfu sound. Okay, now let's next one do with me. Ka harfu jar and al mujrimuna will convert into al mujrimina, so it will be kal mujrimina. I wrote here the meaning with the believers. Bil mu'minina means with the believers, and kal mujrimuna convert into a kal mujrimina. Ka al mujrimuna, so it convert into kal mujrimina. It means like the criminals. Okay, like the criminals. So una will convert into ina because of the harfu jar. Okay, now next one, lamujar and al kafiruna will convert into Al-kafirina, it means lil kafirina. Lil kafirina. Ina sound for the disbelievers. Now, if you notice one thing, there is Hamzatul Wasl, there is Hamzatul Wasl, there is Hamzatul Wasl. When you join the Ba harfu jar with it, so it joined with the Hamzatul Wasl. Ba with Hamzatul Wasl. Harfu jar kaf with Hamzatul Wasl. But in the Lamu jar, Lam harfu jar, it doesn't attach with the Alif Hamzatul Wasl. Look, there is no Hamzatul Wasl here. What's the reason behind it? So we will learn in next slide. Al is this al is this lam is lamul tarif. Okay, to make this lam comes when if any indefinite noun we want to make it definite, so um, we will increase before it al. Okay, you learn already in detail in lecture I think 6. Okay, so kafirina is a nakiraism. When we will attach it with the al, it will become al kafirina. So it become definite now, it become a ma'arifa now. So when you will attach with lamu jar with it, so there is a rule, there is a rule for only for the lamu jar. Okay, only for the lamu jar, lam harfu jar, that Hamzatul Wasl will drop. Hamzatul Wasl will drop because there are two lam comes together, so Hamzatul Wasl will drop. It will become lil kafirina. Okay, so there is no more Hamzatul Wasl here. The first lam is lamu jar, and the second lam is lamu ta'rif for the definite lam for the definite. Okay, so one more example, like al-musallin, it came in the Surah Al-Ma'un, and the lamujar. Just make them together now. So what you will do, you will drop the Hamzatul Wasl. Okay, so it will become a lil musallin. So the lam, first one lam with the kasra is the la harfu jar, and the lam with the jazm is a lamu ta'rif, and musallin is a is majroor. Is ina sound is ina sound is because of the harfu jar, because the harfu jar make it in majroor state. I hope you understand now. Okay, come back to this harfu jar. If you notice, there are in all of these particles, the all prepositions, two of them, an and min. An and min, they both end on the jazm. They both end on jazm. So why I focus on the jazm? Because I want to explain you one thing. If I say just read it, you read with me, min qawmin. We can read easily. How easy we can read it. Min qawmin. Okay, I didn't apply the rule here because I'm not doing the tajweed. Okay, I just say min qawmin. There is a rule here for the tajweed, but I'm not applying at the moment. Okay. Okay. On other hand, if I say now, if you read it, the next one, min, can you read now? In the fluence, in continuation, read in continuation, can you read it? No, I can't. I hope you won't be able as well, that you can't read it. Min, because we stop here now. Why we stop here? Because there are two sakin harf came together. Two sakin harf is called al-taqa'i sakinain, means two sakin harf comes together. So in this situation, we can't read it. In this situation, what we will do now, because if we're doing recitation and we need fluency in our recitation, so what we have to do, we can't stop in the middle. We have to continue our recitation. What we will do then? We have to do a temporary, we will this jazm, we will drop this jazm. Okay, we will remove this jazm. I hope you have seen the screen. Look at the screen carefully. I've focused on the jazm on the min. We will remove it and we will bring here fatha, temporary fatha, just for reading. Okay, just for reading we will add the fatha, is called a temporary fatha, just for reading in continuation. Okay, the actual word is min, and we bring fatha here just for reading. Now if you read it, min al qawmi, how easily we read it now, how easily. Okay, so this is just for temporary fatha, for continue, for reading in continuation. One more example, min kitabin, easily we can read it. And if it's if it is min, then we can't read it. So what we have to do, we have to put the fatha on it, min al kitabi. So this fatha just for temporary, to connect with al, and we can read easily. Okay, we can read easily, minal. Next, one more example for the an. I give you two examples from the min and one example for the an, because these two prepositions have the jazm in the end, okay, in the last letter. An kaumin we can read easily, and if it is al in the beginning, then we have to say anil qaumi. So here there is a kasra, so just it is called a temporary kasra for reading. Okay, this is the temporary kasra for the reading. Anil qaumi. And now if you're thinking that there we give the fatha and here we give the kasra, is normally with if there is two sakin comes together, normally we give kasra to any in this situation. Only for the min, only for the min we give the fatha. Okay, and one more thing for the harf muqta'at, but it's very rare condition, so I'm not discussing it, and this is also for the tajweed rules as well. So I'm just discussing that min has a fatha, and all other cases we will give the kasra. Okay, and we in future, in other lectures, in very soon in another lecture, I will explain you about, we will give dhamma to some things. When we will give it, when the time will come, then I will explain you. Okay, okay, inshallah ta'ala, for the same thing, al-taqai sakinain. Okay, I hope you understand this as well. Now, if you do with me, min adabin and minal adabi. Okay. So min is harfu jar. If it is min or min with noon with fatha is same is min. Okay. You should know that this fatha is only temporary, just for reading. Adabin or al adabi, they both are majroor. If it is for kasratain or single kasra, in both cases is majroor. So it become harf jar, and ism majroor means Murakkab Jari means shibu jumla. Min adabi, from punishment. Min al adabi, from the punishment. Okay, now we will cover the huruful qasam. There are two types of huruf which comes for the oath, for the qasam. Particles of taking oath by himself or by his creation. Harf ta is always come with the name, come with the name of the Allah Lafzul Jalala, with the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay, harf ta, this letter ta with the fatha is a harfu jar. It's always come with the name of the Allah Lafzul Jalala, and Allah who will convert into Allahi because of the ta harfu jar. Tallahi, Tallahi. Okay, it came 9 times in the Quran Majid. We always, and all 9 times it came with the name of Allah Lafzul Jalala. Okay, with the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Ta is harfu jar, and Allahi Lafzul Jalala is majroor. So it's Murakkab Jari, swear by Allah. Harfu jar ta is only used with the name of Allah for taking oath. Okay. On other hand, the harf jar wow is also used for the qasam, is also used for the oath. Okay, it's also, they both ta and wow, they both use for the they both are the haruful qasam, they both use for the oath. But what's the difference between both of them? The letter ta is only comes with the Allah, with the name of Allah, while the wow comes is used with the name of Allah and his creation both for taking oath. And I will give you a few examples, like wallahi, wal asr, was samai, wat tini, was zaytuni. So look, the wow harfu jar came with the name of Allah as well, and with the creations of the Allah. As-samai is the creation of the Allah. Wat teen, was zaytun, wal asr. So it's also this letter can come with any noun for oath. Okay. Okay, we covered these two topics as well. Now I want to play a bit little game with you. Which letter wow here is the harfu jar? There are few, and you must notice that from the beginning till now, I'm just giving you practice with the ayat from the Quran Majid. Alhamdulillah. So there are washamsu, washamsa, washamsi. So which vowel here is the harful jar? Okay, you can pause the video and check which vowel here. Only one vowel here is the harful jar, not the all. Okay, so choose which one is the harful jar. I hope you said washamsi is the harful jar. Okay, so here washamsi is here the vowel is harful jar, and ashamsi is a ism majroor because it is in majroor state. This is not in majroor state, is in mansub, and it is marfu state. So it is ashamsi is in majroor state, so this vowel is harful jar. Another game for the vowel. Which letter vowel is harful jar? Just check now. Wal qamar, wal qamara, wal qamari, or wal qamaru. Just pause the video and check which vowel is the harful jar. I hope you give the middle one is the correct answer, because here the vowel is the harful jar, and al-qamari is a ism majroor because there is a kasra on the ra, which tells me that this is majroor because of the vowel harful jar. Okay, what you can think about it, what are the other vowel, then you will learn about this vowel as well, inshallah ta'ala, that wow, what the other this vowel is, because letter vowel can be used for the other particles as well. Okay. Okay, now fi yawmin, fi yawmaini, fi ayyamin. So look, the Quran Majid, he also explains us, he also teaches us the all rules, alhamdulillah. Here fi, all fi are harfu jar, and here yawmin is a wahid ism majroor, is a singular word in majroor state. Okay, yawmaini is a musanna ism majroor, it is majroor, is ja and noon, aini sound is a majroor state, but it's a dual. Okay, ayyamin is a jama mukassar, is in majroor state at the moment. Okay, so these all are, what these all are, they all are murakkab jari, means shibu jumla. Fi yawmin, in a day. Fi yawmaini, in 2 days. Fi ayyamin, in few days. Okay, in few days. Why I use the word few? Because it's nakra. Okay, because it's nakra. Okay, so you can learn now that ja and noon is for the majroor state here now. Okay, why is majroor? Because there is a harf jar before it. Okay, now do with me now. Fi, min, and ila. They all are harf jar. As-samai, as-samai, as-samai. In all these three, one is ism majroor. Okay, fis samai, minas samai. If I ask you why there is fatha, I hope you can give me the answer now, because it's a temporary fatha. Originally it's min, but we can't read. That's why for continuation in our reading, we put the fatha here. Okay, ilas samai. So these all jar majroor become a murakkab jari, means shibu jumla. Fis samai means in the sky. Minas samai means from the sky. Ilas samai means towards the sky. Okay, so according to the preposition, we change the meaning. Ila, towards the sky, mean from the sky. Fi, in the sky. Okay, it's very, very interesting topic. Min, ala, ba, and lam. Okay, so they all are harfu jar. They all are harfu jar, and the word before after it is a noun which is in majroor state. Al kafirina, all are jama salim muzakkar, and it is majroor. And now, if I ask you, when we done the lecture 3, I think lecture 3 or 4, I think, when you cover the inner sound, and on that time I said very soon inshallah ta'ala you will be able to differentiate between the mansoob and the majroor. Now if I ask you al kafirina is a mansoob or majroor, I hope you will say it's majroor. It's not mansoob now, it is majroor, and I told you on that time you will give me answer in seconds. In seconds, very quickly you will give me answers, because you know that there is a harfu jar before it, so it is in al ina sound is here is majroor, not a mansoob. Okay, so inshallah ta'ala, you very soon you will learn that when it will be mansoob, you will tell me very, very quickly, you will say me it's mansoob, not in majroor, inshallah ta'ala. So all these jar majroor are Murakkab Jari, means shibu jumla. Minal kafirin, from the disbelievers. Alal kafirin means on the disbelievers. Bil kafirin means to the disbelievers. Now the meaning of the ba here is two. I use here two because according to the context, I have to use the two. Okay. Okay. Lil kafirin, for the disbelievers. All right. And you notice here that the lam and lam, there's no hamzatul wasl here. Okay. Okay. Do with me now. Min ila. Min is harfu jar. Al-zulumati is jama salim. Mu'annath is majrur. I try to cover all in all aspects. I try to cover with the muzakkar, with the muannas, with the singular, with the dual, with the plural, with jama mukassar, with jama salim. I try to cover everything that you can know in this topic. Okay, so this is ati sound here is majroor. It can be used as a mansoob, but here it is majroor because there is a harfu jar before it. Okay, ila nuri, ila is harfu jar, and nuri is majroor and is wahid at the moment. This is Murakkab Jari. Both are Murakkab Jari. Minaz zulumati means from the darkness. Ilan nuri means towards the light. And here it is different. It's totally opposite from the top. It is in the same ayah. Okay, they both things used in the same ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah. Minan nur means min harfu jar, and nuri is majroor, is a wahid, or ila is a harfu jar, al-zulumati is jama salim mu'annas majroor. So they both are murakkab jari. Minan nur, from the light. Ila zulumat, towards the darkness. Okay. Okay, now we will cover the preposition hatta. Both hatta are harfu jar, matla'i and hinin. They are majroor. Ism majroor. Okay, they both you can see in majroor state. So they are murakkab jari means shibu jumla. Hatta matla'i means still rising. You can see this ayah in Surah Al-Qadr. And hatta hinin means till a time. Why use a time? Because it's nakira. Okay. Now in this there is a ayah here. So what you have to do, you have to find the murakkab jari from this ayah. You have to identify the murakkab jari from this ayah. So you can pause the video and you can find. Okay. So now I will circle all the murakkab jari here. Minan nasi, min duni, kahubbi, lillahi is 2 times lillahi. Okay. So these are all these all are murakkab jari, means shibu jumla used in this ayah. Okay. Kahubbi lillahi. There is lam. First lam is lam jar, and there is no hamzatul wasl. I give you already explanation about it. So where there is fatha, is a temporary fatha. Minan nasi, min duni. Okay. There is there is no jazam showing here because this is a different. This is a musaf from the Saudi. Okay. Okay. Now just do practice with me now. I will do not the practice, just do I will give you the summary for the whole lecture now, what we cover today, inshallah. We're already in this lecture, so I will give you the summary about particles. There are 2 types of particles, al-huruful amila and al-huruful ghayru amila. In huruful amila we cover today prepositions. They comes in the causative particles, prepositions, and we learn about the prepositions are 11 prepositions which are there, and these prepositions haruful jar always come before a noun. Okay, that noun is called ism majroor. Harfu jar and ism majroor both build up a phrase which called Murakkab Jari, or known as a Shibu Jumla. This is the summary of the whole lecture. In these few words, I cover up the, is a conclusion of the whole lecture. Okay. So, one example, fil bayti, in the house. Fi is harfu jar, al bayti ism majroor. So, jar majroor become a Murakkab Jari, means shibu jumla. So, this is the summary of the whole lecture we cover today. Alhamdulillah. Now, it's a time for the homework. Homework is very important for the practice. What you have to do, you have to circle the Murakkab Jari. You have to identify the Murakkab Jari, the prepositional phrase from this one. So you have to circle how many Murakkab Jari or Shibu Jumla comes in these ayat. Okay, so you have to circle them. And this, in this light, al-layl means the night. So you have to write the translation. In the last slide, you don't need to write the translation, just circle it. I just want to check that you recognize the Murakkab Jari for Shibu Jumla or not. You just want to, you just have to circle it. Don't write the meanings. But in this slide, you have to write the meanings, because I want to check, can you do can you do the translation according to the preposition, according to the right preposition? So if it is ila, so you should know the meaning of the ila. You should know the meaning of the min, ala, fi. So you have to write translation according to the preposition. And look, I used all these ayat from the Quran Majid with the same word, al-layli, al-layli, al-layli. Okay, so inshallah you will enjoy your homework as well. So let's make dua now. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.